The library is really important because it's a place that people can go for free. It's much more than books. You know, I love books, we all love books here, and that's an important part. But it's so much more than that. It's a community center, basically, and having this space allows us to get more books, but also to do more things with the community and support them and do things that are free, which is really hard to come by.
It is a great third space for people to come and visit and just use. And especially here in Penns Valley, there is in some areas a lack of internet service. So especially in the more rural parts, when you get down to like Millheim and Aaronsburg, Rebersburg area, internet can be really patchy. So people are able to come into the library and use the computers, and that's just a great way that people can come and use it. And there's also many different activities and programs that the library does besides, you know, having as many books as they do.
Our story time is a great place for parents to meet each other, and that's really rewarding. Having a book group and history talks and craft nights allows different patrons to meet each other, and it's just a nice place to gather. Our printing services, if you don't have a printer, we have a fax machine. If you find that Netflix is getting too expensive, we have DVDs and a DVD player. So there's always something here, whether you're a reader or not.
I come all the time to get books, and it would cost a fortune if I had to go buy all these books. So it's a big saving to be able to come here and borrow books. When I grew up, there wasn't any library, no bookmobile or nothing, just whatever books we had in school, which weren't all that many. And then after I was married and starting to have children, the bookmobile started coming around. And I came every time with my children and got books. And so it was fun for me and also for my children. Otherwise, you know, we wouldn't have really had the opportunity to read nearly as many books and such a variety of books. Then when the library came here, that was really great to be able to come here anytime and get books. My children by that time were older, but then I had grandchildren, and so I would bring grandchildren here for the story time and get books and things which they really enjoyed. My one grandson loved cooking, so he would get cookbooks and take home and look for recipes and things.
I grew up here in Center Hall, so I've always been able to like walk here, and I remember coming here when I was in middle school, and we would be checking out all sorts of different books, and it was my first job that I had. I was here at the library for a few years before I went off to college, and I'm still a part of the community here and using the library system at least in one way or another. So it's been a pretty big part of my life and community.
I happen to have a couple sister-in-laws that have macular degeneration of the eyes, so they're losing their sights, so they can no longer really read, but they have books here for them with bigger print, and also they have some hearing problems. And so between all the different options out there for books, well, really will help them.
There's a great community here, and even though it is a smaller community, a lot of people use this place in so many different ways. There's definitely a need for space. If you walk around the shelves in this library, if you've ever come in here, there is so many shelves of books, and it's great. But definitely in the children's section, you can see where the books are just completely shoved in. You can't even pull out the books at sometimes. And if you wanted to fix that, at least right now, the result is weeding the books out.
The library definitely needs to be enlarged and improved. It's good for anybody in the community. So yeah, we need donors to help out. And I've been wanting this for a number of years. When I was on the board, we were working hard then to try to come up with solution to enlarge this. So I'm hoping that it soon goes through.
Whenever we'd like do the book sales or any sort of program would happen, we were always in a lack of space, not just for books, but like if we needed to have a space for supplies or we were making something, there just wasn't the shelves, like the space to store those things. So when we had the book sale, there'd be huge piles and boxes just in this computer area and on this table. So it just, that space, it isn't just, oh, wanting to make more shelves, it's just actually being able to sit down, being able to use things. It becomes harder when there's stuff going on.
We hate to turn people away at programs. Sometimes we have to limit our programs, and so saying something's full and there's interest is really a sad thing. It's exciting that there's interest, but sad that we can't accommodate everyone. Also, because we don't have a specific programming space, a lot of our programs happen right in the middle of the library, which can be frustrating for people who are just coming to, get on the computer or browse books. There's just a lot of action happening right in the door. And that can feel intimidating when walking in the library. So our reptile meet and greet has been very popular, and our sign up filled up very quickly. And because the presenter wants to have the event inside for the safety of the animals, that really limits how many people we can allow in the building. That's really hard, especially for a kids program, to have to tell a family, like, the program's full. You may not be able to come. So that's a sad thing.
They used to have home teaching here, and they had to cut the size because they didn't have enough room for as many people as wanted to come.
Right now, it is one big room essentially here, besides a storage closet and the offices. So if there's like a kids program or just a group, a family or two here, there's not really a place for it to be that quiet here. So that kind of community and those people coming to like study or try to work on something, they're at a disadvantage. So having like an extra community room where you could have all the kids' activities, or I know there was talk about like putting the Lego hour in there, so when kids are building Legos and stuff, you wouldn't hear the rustling as people were going through computers or trying to read something. So having that extra space, like a community room, would be really helpful to better facilitate those programs and keep them separate, so regular patrons can come in or just use the computers or just be working on something.
We do a lot of programs and services here, and then an expansion means that we can grow those services and programs, and that's exciting. We can try new things. We have a lot of creative ideas, and this will give us an opportunity to serve the community better. More programs that are active because we'll have more space, more involved craft programs because we'll have an area to put all the materials. And I'd also like to use the space to help serve the community in some way. I've seen other libraries do like community baby showers, which I think would be really cool. A craft swap, a material swap, just different things that get different people in the library, maybe people who aren't really interested in checking out books, but might be interested in, swapping out their knitting stash for, stampers. And that allows new patrons to find us if they find a program that's of interest to them.
A thriving economy, vibrant public spaces, and a community where everyone has the opportunity to succeed. This is the Penns Valley we see. And it all begins at the heart of our community, our library. A modern library isn't just a place for books, it's a launch pad for small businesses, a technology hub for students, and a gathering space for lifelong learning. Please join us in building a stronger Penns Valley from the ground up together.